Hi, I'm Michael, and behind the camera is Ellie. We are the Bill Paying Hobbyists. Is it too hot in your favorite small space? We have a creative, simple budget solution to help cool you down. This portable swamp cooler we built on an extreme budget is exactly what you've been looking for. We spent less than $10, and we're going to build it right now. Let's get to it. Using all of these items, we should be able to make this swamp cooler with this styrofoam cooler and these items here, a little help from the bandsaw. Look, we live in Florida. I don't know if you know this. We live in Florida, and I don't have a thermometer, but this one says that it's currently 95 degrees in my garage. I don't think that this is going to completely cool my entire garage and make it like the house at whatever you keep your house at and what we keep ours at. I'm just hoping that it will knock some of the edge off of this heat and get rid of some of the humidity. We have other plans for the garage. This is the first step, so let's get started. First thing I need to do is unbox this fan and take the guard off the front so that I can get an idea of what size hole to cut in the top of the cooler. And I'm also going to draw this out so I can get an idea of what I need to drill for that. That is my outlet. Don't make fun of the color. That's the only one they had. The fan will go right here. The next step is, since this is styrofoam, it's gonna, with the vibration of the fan, it's gonna wear out. I'm not just gonna screw it or glue the fan to it. So I'm going to make two backer plates, one for the top, one for the bottom for this fan. So I need to make a cutout here. So I got 2 3/8. My bolts are not long enough. Changing plans. We're going to use 1/4 inch plywood, and I'm just going to rip some 5/8 inch pieces. And I'll need 6 of them because there's 3 holes. Got that done. So I'm marking my holes for my bolts, and the easiest way to do that is just drill through and be done with it. Right there, I need to be careful because I don't want the sidewall of the foam cooler to blow out while I'm doing this. As I need to drill these holes back out because they are not big enough. Putting the silicone on the wood, one, it'll help keep it in place on the cooler top, and it should also help with any vibration from the fan to keep it from wearing out the styrofoam holes. So take my time, 1, 2, 3, down in place, in, there we go. All right, there we go. Let's get these on. One at a time. There you go. Got it? That's the one I'm worried about right there. That is done. Now the last little bit is to silicone our return into place. Done. We got everything set. We need to let the silicone dry, of course, before I get too carried away with it. The object of the swamp cooler, if you don't know how they work or the premise of them, you provide a source of flowing air, the fan, and an outlet. It goes into the cooler, you put something cold inside the cooler, the fan blows onto that cold object and then blows out the cold air through the hose. So I plug it in, turn it on. It's only a little 4-inch fan. I only paid $5.50 for it. It's not going to put out a lot of air. However, it is putting out air. So now, the idea, of course, when I add some big chunks of ice in here, it should blow out cold air. We'll see if it works. Our swamp cooler is all made up. I have these 3 containers that have been freezing all night long. So I have 3 containers of solid ice. The solid ice should last a lot longer than if I just threw cubes in here. I close the garage door, no fans on, and I'm gonna take a temperature with our regular thermometer. It'll give us a relative idea of what the temperature is. If this thing gets below what your body temperature should, a normal range for body temperature, it'll just read low. When I did it in the house, it just said low. So we're gonna put this in here, we're gonna run everything. I'm gonna turn the fans on just to add circulation to the garage as well, just letting you know everything that's going on. And we're gonna let it run for an hour. And we're gonna see if the temperature in the garage will change. So first, let's take a temperature. So 95.2 is what it says. Let's take the top off, put our ice in. Turn it on. And where's my phone? Oh, here we go. And we're gonna start the timer for 1 hour. Let's see what happens. That's already cold. As you can see, it only dropped about 0.4 degrees. Now this is a 400 square foot space and it is not insulated at all, so we did not expect a lot. We're not gonna put the in-laws in here to spend the night. However, I could point this on me while I'm in the shop and it would do a little bit of good and help keep me somewhat cool. It's time for numbers. Now let's go over the items that were free. The styrofoam cooler, the elbow that came off my table saw from the refurbishing, the silicone, I've had that for months, and the plywood, these little pieces of plywood, that's all scrap wood. Everything there was free. This fan, we bought it at Walmart. It was $5.50. The bolts with the nuts, I bought at Lowe's. Those were $1.50. Add that together and you have, what's that, $5.50, $6, $7. That's $7. We looked up portable AC units online. The cheapest one is about $300 and it only works in 60% humidity. We're in Florida, so it would never work here. The most expensive one we found was $3,000. So let's take the cheapest one, just because we're doing cheap numbers, and take the $7 off. So that means we saved ourselves $293. We had a great time making this. I only spent about 40 minutes, so it didn't take a lot of time to make it. Maybe you can make one. Maybe you can use it on your next camping trip. Add a little hose to it, pipe it into your tent. Let us know in the comments how you did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.